Good evening, everyone. Today's session is on tables, how we create tables in MS Word, how we can format them, how we can have a better style, how we can basically change the font styles, fonts, color, we can change the color of it, and what are the different attributes that we can have in a Word document, right? So let's begin with the session. So basically, when we are talking about Word, MS Word, it has the number of features. You can use any of the feature, right? Like suppose I'm talking about you can edit the text. The second is the what you see is what you get. Like if you say anywhere, you can just use that particular your vision, your creativity, and you can just use it in a Word. You can make posters in Word. You can create your graphics in Word using like collaborating different images in Word, right? You can change the font size, you can change the font type, you can change the you can add the page numbers, you can add headers, you can add footers. So there are a number of advantages, there are a number of attributes that are available in MS Word, right? And then what we can do is like we can later on also we can use it. Later on we can edit that particular document, right? We can have the cut and paste feature, which is a very useful feature. Why? Because everybody nowadays, like you have the same data is used somewhere. Suppose I am maintaining some webinar details of some students, of some teachers, so I might be having the same data, like same fields. I may copy those fields and then add my records to that particular table, right? So you can have number of things, right? Number of usage of the tables and MS documents. Then you can format your document, you can add borders, or you can change the color of the page, you can add watermark to your page, right? You can make templates, you can make company headers, right? It has all the I think MS Word is very useful package for a student, for a teacher, for like it is used in offices also, and nowadays prescriptions like doctor prescriptions, everybody is using the MS Word package, office package. Then you have the facility of spell check, grammar checking, mail merging. There are a number of facilities that are provided. You can directly, with the help of shortcuts, bold, italic, you can design your fonts, right? You can insert pictures, graphs, and find and replace is a very good feature where sometimes we need to find anything, such a big document we have, like it is containing 1,000 pages, and now I want to search my name from those 1,000 pages. So it's a very good facility, it's a very good attribute where we can use find, and if we want to replace it with anything, we can replace it at the same time. Different font types and sizes are available, rulers, scales are available, and you have the bullets option. You can change the bullet options, you can even change the format of numbers, right? Support for tables, support for macros also, support for multiple languages. So these are some common features which everybody is using. Like everybody is making reports, everybody is attending the meeting and writing the minutes. So you might be using the Word package. So let us begin with this. I will give you a brief introduction to your document, and then we will continue with our tables part. So the first part that we have in a document is your this is the standard toolbar. This one, this is the standard toolbar. This is the title bar where your document name is reflecting. This is your menu bar, which is containing all the icons like file, home, insert, review, any document that is related to your document. There are different options that are available under this menu bar. Then you have this is the ruler from where you can set your margins of, like setting the top margin, setting the left and right margins, right? And this is the window control button. So it is having three parts, like three buttons are available there to minimize it, to maximize it, and to close it. Then this is the vertical scroll bar. This scroll bar is vertical scroll bar. You have the horizontal scroll bar as well on the on this side, if you have that part, right? And then this is the status bar, which is showing how many pages, how many words are there in the document. Then we have view buttons. View buttons is basically used for having the options of your documents, like you want to see a single page, you want to see the entire document, all the pages in a single run. So you have different options using view button, right? So these are the options that are available on your word window. And then this is the basically this screen only talks about the ruler part, right? How to set the margins. So here we have is, this is the first line, this is the first line indentation. If you want to indent that part, you may do so. And this is the lower part is left indentation. And right here we have the vertical ruler, which is used to maintain the this side indentation. And then we have the horizontal ruler as well, right? And these are some margins which are set, like if you have to start, if you want to give the space, you can give the space, and your first text would be writing, first sentence would be started from here, because you have set the horizontal ruler like this. And this is the vertical ruler, like these spaces to be, these margins to be maintained from this side and this side, and from above, and obviously from the lower side also you can maintain it. But usually we don't require margins at the end, but we require very little bit if we want to add some footer part, right? So this is the basically, this slide only talks about the ruler part, ruler, right? Next we have a status bar. Now status bar is basically showing you the number of pages in your document and how many words that your document is containing, right? So status bar basically displays the information about the currently active document. This includes the page number that you are looking, the column and the line number of the cursor position, and so on. Now, how to create a new document? How will you open the document? How you start making your tables, right? So you might be, first of all, you need to select the Word package. You have to double click on the Word, this icon, that is copyright of the Microsoft Teams. I very like, it is a very useful package for our daily use, like creating documents, creating reports, creating webinar reports, creating details, maintaining tables, right? So here we have the tab from where you can select a new document. And if you want to open any other document, your saved document, you can open it also. If you want to save it, save this document, use the save command. If you want to save as, again reuse that page and reuse for some other purpose, you may save it, save as command. If you want to print this document, print command is used, and so on. So these are the most widely used commands which we have discussed just now, right? So how to save the document? Just going into the file save button and then putting the name, and here we select the extension of your file. Then operations on text in document file. What are the different operations? What are the different attributes we have in our data? Specifically we are talking about text, right? You can enter a text, you can type a text, you can insert a text, you can select a text, you can move, copy paste, delete, find and replace. So there are number of commands that are available for performing operations on, specifically on text. So here we have the next command, like select margins. So you can select it from page layout, right? You can just move on the menu bar, it is given select page layout, right? From page layout you can have the margins here. You can select the margins and then just start with the margin part, right? You can select the top margin, you can select the left and right margin, you can have a gutter part also. Then you have bottom margin, right margin. So basically when we are focusing on like margins, it is very much required when our text is like coming out of the page. Then we look upon that. And the most important, when you are taking out printout, you have to check whether your orientation is portrait or landscape. So you have two types of orientation in your Word document, that is portrait and landscape, right? Then you may change the page size also, right? How to change it? It is the second tab. From after margins, you may have the paper tab. Now paper, under this paper tab, you might be having some, like, what is the paper size? It should be like A3, A4, and you can change the margins also, like the height and width of the paper also. And it is by default, it is a letter only, so you are going to use that only by default. Then we have the this kind of thing where we can have left alignment of all the lines, right? Or we can have right augmentation, or we can have center alignment or augmentation, or justify. So these are the very very helpful commands in, yes, in MS Word. So this is your left side, this would be your center, this would be your right alignment, and this would be your justify. So you have different keys also, different shortcut keys. Basically you may use that shortcuts keys for putting your text, like control L for left alignment, control R for right alignment, center, control E. So this is how we control J for justify your text. So these are the different alignments in your MS Word document. Next we have is selecting a font and changing its size. So you have these two parts on your home tab. This is the basically talks about your font styles and font size. You may change it according to your need, right? Then we have is, if you want to have your text to be bold, to be italic, or to be underlined, you can use these commands that are here on the front window of the document. Then we have different cases, like you may be using lowercase, uppercase, sentence case, title case, or toggle case. Whatever cases you want to use, you may also use this with the help of this command. Then you can add headers, you can add footers also at the end of the page. So you have this option of header footer part also. Then the most important, creating tables. Now when what is the usage of these tables? Like suppose I want to enter the details of a student, so I must be writing the serial number, student name, student address, student roll number, student admission number, student subjects, student marks. I may be maintaining the nominal for taking the attendance. So all these can be maintained, can be prepared with the help of tables. So this is how, like, this is the main motive where we can use tables in our real life. It is not only this, like maintaining a practical file. If you are making your practical file, you may use it, the table command, right? The tables, you can create a table. So this is very very useful in that case also. It is not only useful for making the reports, it is also making for like your reports also. You are making the table of contents, the first page of your practical file. So how to make it? Move into the insert tab, right? Insert, you will have an option of this table. You may select this table. This window will appear. You have number of choices for creating a table. You may create a table. You may just select these boxes which are reflecting one picture is would be coming, and you are just selecting those, and then number of rows and number of columns, right? You need to select this part, number of rows and number of columns, right? Yeah. So basically I have taken the separate properties of table. You might be facing like your table should be left aligned, your table should be center aligned, or your table should be right aligned, right? Or you want some wrapping of the text, it would be like none, or around the like table would be coming like this, and your text would be coming around your table. Or you want the first the table should be there, and then you will have the remaining lines. So these are some properties which are available there, and you may use it. You may use the borders and shadings part also for like coloring, for making the tables attractive, right? Then you have the next tab, this is the table tab. Then you have the next tab, that is row tab. So row, you have, if you want to specify any height for that, if you want, then you can specify it. And for the column tab also, you may have the column properties, like if you want to change the width of the column, you may change it, right? Or in a cell, like when you make a table, right? Suppose you have made this table. So this is, this particular, the intersection of rows and column, this particular uh, square is called a cell, right? So it may be possible you want that cell to be like the text to be aligned at top, the text to be coming like center, whatever you want to select. By default it is top, you may change it. You may change, justify, you may use these with the help of that alignment commands also. The same would be, the shortcuts would remain same. Now how to insert the rows and columns? You have to just right click on that, and then you can just insert a table. After that, suppose like you may be having you might be facing like now I want to expand this table. So just select that table, select where you want to, like where you want to insert. Just select, put the cursor there, right click on that. You will have this option insert, delete, the number of options that are coming. So just click on insert. Now there are number of options that are coming. Insert columns to the left, insert columns to the right, insert above, insert below. So rows may you will be using above and below, and for columns you may be left or right side you may be using. How to delete that part on the same tab, like first you have to click, select that part, right click on that, you have the option of delete cells. So deleting, this pop-up will come, and you may delete the shift the cell right. You may if you have to use the shift options, you may use it. If you want to shift up, you may shift it. You want to majorly we use this command, delete the entire row or delete the entire column. So this is how we are going to use that part. Then if we want to apply some formula, like suppose I might be using this thing, like going to enter the marks of the students, and then at the end I want the sum of this number, sum of these marks. So I may be using some of the command, like just right click on that directly, and you will have, or just click on this, you will have one command, and where you can use the formula. Yes. So formula, you can just put it like where you want to add the formula. Just equal to sign you need to use, and then if you want to sum it, then you can sum. If you want to take out the average out of it, you may. If you want to just count how many students are there, you may just count it. Right. So there are different formula. There are different inbuilt formulas are there. You just have to click on that particular cell and put the sign of equal to for using the formula. Then how to merge two cells, because most of the time, like if the dates are same, why to repeat that part, right? So just select both the cells. This is suppose cell 1 and this is cell 1, cell 2. You want to merge it. So just select it, right click on it and select merge cell. Right. So after merging, you will get this type of thing. This would be treated as a single cell, right? And like if you want to use the spell check in your document, how would you use that? You will just go into the review tab, and under review tab you will be checking your document with like there are different options, like grammar and spellings option are there, thesaurus options are there. You might be using, like some of the times in the research work we are going to ask for, like this word I'm not able to understand, I might be using this or I want to change this word with some other synonyms. These are the, basically this package provides you lot of things which can be used in your research work as well. It is not only meant for your official purpose or your for education purpose, it is meant for other purpose also. Like if you are doing some research, you may use this document. Then how to insert bullets and numbering. So on the front tab, on the front page only of this document, there is one option that is coming. You have, or you can use it by right click also, another way also. So there are different options. because this window is very user friendly. This GUI basically is very user friendly. Most of the things, either it is on the front page only, or most of the things it would be reflecting on the right clicks, because most of the things are frequently used items, we usually place it on the right click. If we press just right click, it is give me a number of options, and then I'm going to select the bullet option. Which type of bullet you need? None, like a right symbol, arrow symbol, dot, then you have circle, then you have dot, then you have this type of shape. So it is according to your need, you are going to select it, right? And then this thing we have already done, like we have done the merge part, how to merge two cells. Now if I don't want to merge the cells, I want to split it, right? I am at this condition, like I have merged it, and now I want to split it again. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to right click on that and just select that part. First of all, you need to select the merge cells, the two cells which are merged together, combined together. Just put your cursor on this particular table, on the particular cell, and then just right click on that, and then split into how many parts. It is going to ask you split into number of rows, number of columns, and then you are going to, yes, you may directly choose one, two, whatever you want to do it. You may choose it, and it is going to, it is directly going to split it, right? So let us see like how to use this part in our like Word document. Let us see with our Word, taking the Word document first. So this is my Word document, and here I want to insert a table. I may be choosing any of them, right? Directly from here, there are three options through which I can choose it. I can use from here, directly selecting the user interface, the number of rows and column. I may be choosing this part. Insert, this window will appear, this pop-up will come and going to ask you how many number of rows and how many number of columns you require. Or I might be using the third option, that is draw table, right? I might be using this option for drawing the table. You can draw it also. So this is how these are the different options that are available, right? So suppose I'm not going to use this part, select that part, right click on that, and just delete that table, right? So most of the options are available on your right click. Let us see how it is used. Just as suppose I am selecting this cell and I am just clicking right click, and you have different options that are there that we have just now discussed. You have split cells, you have delete cells, you have insert cells, and under insert we have already discussed insert column to the left, insert column to the right. So basically there are number of things that are available, and we can use them, right? There are number of options, basically they are available and we are going to use it. Now suppose I want to put some color, right? I want to put some color into this, so I might be using the home tab, and I'm going to use the fill color using, yes, so I'm filling the color of, I'm changing the color of the table, right? Or I'm going to write anything, like suppose this is a student list, so student name and admission number. I might be using some mobile number, right, or remarks. So I may be having some this kind of thing. I want to increase the font size, right? I may increase it. If I want to change the font style also, I may change it, right? I am going to ask for this. I may increase the, basically whenever you do so, you can do it like this. Select this part. If it appears as a whole, then only just drag it. So it's basically it is very much useful when you are dragging it from that side which is basically like this, right? From here also, just click on this, drag it. If you want to increase the length and width of that particular cell, you may do so. Yeah, so I have explained you the merging of two cells. I'm selecting two cells, right click, merge cells. So now this is my complete big space. If I want to split it again, just split. It is going to ask two and one row same. And if you want to change the alignment, you may change it like this, right? So before like splitting, and before there is some like you may change it, you may merge it, you may split it. There are multiple options, there are multiple attributes that are available when you are using the tables in MS Word. So MS Word basically, this package uses and offers a huge variety of features, right? Suppose I want to align it, I may align it to left. You have to select it. I have selected the text and it is basically showing to the left alignment. I want to show it in the uh, centered alignment, and if I want to show it to the right alignment, if I want to justify it. So these are the different commands which are basically available. These are the alignment commands which are available, right? And this is very very useful when you are making the reports, right? And if you want to change the color of other rows, you may change it. Like it is treated as a single row. If you want to change the color of every row, you may change it like this. So basically, you can apply any color to any row, any column also. Like if I'm going to put this like, so I may be selecting like this. If I'm going to select the row, just put a arrow or like this, right? Suppose I want to have some mobile number, and that should be colored using some different color to so as to identify the mobile numbers of the students. So this could be possible, this could be very much possible, right? So most of the things, like if I want to cut something, I may cut it. Just go to this and I may use the cut, and again control Z for like undo your the previous action. Control Y for your, like if you want to redo. So these are the number of options which are basically very very helpful when we have to maintain a records that is too large, right? So for too large, or you may say if you want to like complete our document within few minutes, so how you are going to do it? We are going to do it with the help of such kind of packages, right? There are a number of packages, but I would recommend this image package is very very helpful. And it is basically solving our problems also, right? So this is another thing we have. So you might be using any of the command. It is not only this. You may be using, you are putting some another text, or you can even put the picture to it, right? If you want to insert the picture. And the very very important command, like suppose I have written anything here. Suppose I have written some name. So I am going to change the style, right? I'm going to just have a same thing on my this field also. So I may be using the format painter. So this is very very helpful command where we can use the format painter, right? So here we have different you may say here we have different commands, here we have different options, different attributes that are available for the, yes, for the for making the reports. Okay, so hope you have understood the session and hope you like the session. How to have tables in your Word file, how to create them, how to add rows, how to delete rows. Just select that particular part, right click on that, insert. It is going to show you different options, rows above, rows below. It can do everything. Like once you are familiar with this application, you are able to make anything out of it, right? So use this package. It is very useful package, and use I am focusing on this tables only. Why? Because most of the people are having problem in the creating a table. They say we can't manipulate, we cannot like add or something, we cannot format the table. You can easily format it. You can just place the cursor here, you can increase the size, you can decrease the size, right? So there are different options. Once you learn that how to use that thing, you are very very comfortable with that. But it's the first time only when you become like what is this. Otherwise, when you have used to with that particular package, you may do so, right? So hope you have understood the session and like the session. Thank you.